Good day, everyone. You are welcome to today's edition of Retirement Clues. We thank God for the opportunity to come your way again. I remain the host of this program, Mr. Chusudo Okonta, the publisher of Ispen Online News Channel and the promoter of this program known as Retirement Clues. You are welcome on board for those that are joining us for the first time. Today we have come again to discuss something that we feel will really help us, to drive awareness on retirement. Before we go into the topic, which is the roles of pension fund operators in ensuring good retirement, let's just bring to you this news item that we have. The federal government is actually working hard to get more people into more pensioners into its payroll. We learned that around 4,069 pensioners have been enlisted in the federal government payroll. These are people before now that have not been entitled to pension. I think after verification, they've been considered for pension. That is a good one. I think we need to actually take care of people that have contributed to the development of this economy. That is for that. Then let's just quickly go into the topic we have today. The roles of pension fund operators in ensuring good retirement. Roles of pension fund operators in ensuring good retirement. The pension fund operators, they are in two classes. The first class is known as the pension fund administrators. These are the people that handles the day-to-day running of getting employees data, getting them enlisted in the pension scheme, and they interface with the employees. That is the contributors. Then the second class is made up of the pension fund custodians. These people, their duty is to keep the fund that is being generated by the pension fund administrators, and each of them have their own role cut out for them. We are going to start with the role of the pension fund administrators. The first role that the pension fund administrators play is to ensure that they are contributors. They are the ones that go out to reach out to employers to get their employees enlisted in the pension contributory scheme. Their first role is to open retirement savings account for workers that have subscribed to the contributory pension scheme, that is the CPS. That is the first role. They get the data, get every information from the employees. Then they play a second role. After collecting this fund, they still have a role to play in making sure that these funds are properly invested and managed. They work together with the PFCs to invest these funds and to ensure that these funds are properly managed. That is another role they play. They still have the role of after investing, managing okay, they still have the role of paying retirement benefits to those that have retired. Those that have retired and subscribed to the pension, that is the program withdrawal, they pay them monthly benefit. Then they still have the role of ensuring, taking care of account of all all the transactions that happen, in the course of, running the business, the how when the employers send, the sheet for the payment of their employees' contribution. They take account of all those transactions. They run the transactions. And another good thing that they do is they don't just do these things on their own, that without, relating with their regulator, which is the National Pension Commission. They still have a role to report to their regulator on a daily basis what they do. Through a digital platform, the regulator monitor their operations, daily. These are like the few roles that will, let's first of all stop there for the PFAs. We know there are still some other things that they do, but the key ones are the ones that we have identified. Then let's go to the pension fund custodians. They have role to play too. I think their first role is to make sure that they collect all the pension contributions that is generated by the PFAs, because they are the one that is in charge of, keeping the fund. As custodians, they collect the money and keep them, in trust, for the contributors. Then they still have another role of, safekeeping and services. This money that is given to them, they have to make sure that the money is properly, safeguard. They play this role in safekeeping the money that is given to them. And they still have another role of executing investment decisions on behalf of the PFEs. Because as I said earlier, for the money to be invested and managed, both of them must work together to ensure that the money is properly invested. Then the PFCs, that's the pension fund custodian, they still have a role of collecting incomes from a pension fund investment that we have made, because since they are the one that keep the money, all the returns from investment, they are the one that do collect it. And they still have a role in ensuring that they report to their regulator, just like their sister, the PFA. They report to their regulator. These are the key roles that we see that the PFCs play. Then coming to both of them working together, we actually expect more from them, because for the retiree to enjoy his benefit, they have a lot of, that is this, the pension fund administrator and the pension fund custodian must work together. So it's not, though they are working separately, but they still have to work together. And we see one of the roles that they play through their umbrella body, which is known as PENOP, and they have been doing it, but we still believe they can do more. The area of driving education and awareness on retirement, they have that role, because if you even look at the intake, people that have subscribed to the contributory pension scheme and even the micro pension plan, the number of Nigerian workers that are there is just too small. We have out of almost 45 million workers in the formal sector. I think we have less than 10 million subscribers in the contributory pension scheme, and even the micro pension plan, there is still very few. They have this role to sensitize the public, to put the benefits, from the pension system to the public, so that more people will come on board. Is a role that they should esteem. The role of education and awareness is a role that they should esteem. And we know that even the regulator has mandated them last year that they have to, promote campaign. They must enhance their involvement in awareness campaign, and we are looking up to, them coming up with something robust, because it's a major role that they should play in order to get more people into the scheme. Another role that we feel that they should play is the duty of giving back to the society, which is known as corporate social responsibilities. Since they relate with both those that are working and those that have retired, we believe that they have the obligation to give back to the society, so that those that are working will be happy to contribute. At least when they see what their operators, what the pension fund operators are doing, it will really help them to believe more, to work with them. And even for the retirees, they still have to look at what they can do to help the retirees in the area of corporate social responsibility. They have a role to play there. Even they still have a role to support initiatives, good initiatives of the government, because when the economy is doing well, most people will want to freely, easily subscribe to the pension contributory scheme. I think they still have a role to make more contributions in supporting, agenda of government. Is a major role too that we feel that the pension fund operators should play, to ensure that people retire and retire very well. These are just the few things that we've been able to identify, that they should do, because the expectation of everybody is to retire and retire very well. We will commend them for what they have been doing, most especially in the area of safe keeping the fund, because we've not heard of fraud in the system since the system came into being, and they still need to do more together with the regulator to ensure that the system is fraud proof. I think that is another role that we feel that they should play, to make sure that everything that needs to be plugged should be plugged, to ensure that we don't hear of fraud in the system. Once again, I want to say thank you for giving us your time today. By the grace of God, we will still come your way with another good topic that we are going to look together. We implore you to send your comments, send your questions. If you have any question, you have complaints, send them to us, and we see how we can provide solution to them. You can reach us through our numbers, which are 08054269557 and 070 3527, and our email address remain ispenonline@gmail.com. Thank you very much for giving us your time today, and remain blessed.